Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 49 of the Gilded City to the Lost Kingdom. And we are fast approaching, 56 episodes in Campaign 1? So we are fast approaching that number. Will we meet it? Will we beat it? Stay tuned to find out. And you can do so by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, leaving a comment below to help with all that good engagement stuff.
What constitutes beating it? Is it more episodes or
more
less
episodes?
More episodes. We might be under. Who knows?
What if we tie?
What if we're exact? Oh yeah, it would be tie.
It could be a tie. That's true. That would be pretty neat. What was I? Follow us on social media at Rollers Guild D&D. You can find our various social media links to our various social media presences in the description below, as well as links to the podcast version of this, if you would rather just listen. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and dive on in to tonight's episode. Content warning. Ravenloft as a setting can feature disturbing themes and ideas, and while it is never going to be our intention to upset anyone, it is worth noting. Specific tags can be found in the description of this episode. Last time, the party finally arrived in Oikos. Entering the walled city-state, the party ran into their old Vistani allies in Hyskosa's band. While talking with them, they learned of the state of things in the city, including news that Artemis's brother Dagran is about to be coronated as a prince. The party made their way into town with intentions to disrupt the coronation. Upon arriving in the city square to scout things out, they noticed two different groups clearly being secretive. Nyx and Jinarra followed a pair on the rooftops, while Artemis and Bowmin followed another group into a sewer grate. While the group going into the sewers were followers of Artemis's god, the Silver Flame, the rooftop group actually worked for the Golden Flame. Nyx and Jinarra managed to escape, and the party reconvened in the sewer. They were debating whether or not to disrupt the coronation and save some captives of the Golden Flame, and Artemis decided to ask his god for advice. However, the conversation was interrupted by his ancestor Apollo Brightshield III, the Golden Flame, who said it was time for the two of them to talk. And I appreciate the mind work there, Mr. Brightshield. We are starting with you.
Yeah, I wanted to set the mood.
Yeah, definitely good mood setting. Your ancestor, Apollo III, with his now golden skin and golden wings and 12-foot tall stature, sort of looks down at you and says, "It is such a pleasure and an honor to meet yet another distant ancestor of mine, Artemis."
I will bow. Oh, apologies to everyone. My voice is all messed up today. I will bow and give a, of course, Your Royal Highness, or how about we just go with grandfather? Perhaps that will work.
Grandfather suits me perfectly, Artemis. Perfectly. Did you ever know your grandfather? Your actual like blood lineage.
I did not. Just my mother and father, I'm afraid.
Hmm. Very, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Well, I detected your entrance into Oikos when you arrived, bringing that mote of the silver flame with you. And at silver flame, you can see that just the corner of his mouth twitches in something of a sneer, but he gets it under control pretty quickly. But no insight check necessary to notice that. But I had actually hoped that you would come here. I would like to have a discussion, you and I. What is it that you are hoping to achieve here?
I've actually been asking myself that question a lot lately. I'm here because I'm worried about my brother, Dagran, who I believe you've met.
Yes, your older brother who will be.
He hasn't been very
soon.
well, I don't think.
Hmm.
Family needs to stick together and all that, so I
How
came to check on him.
true that is. How true that is. I wish my wayward son, Jason, we had been able to reconcile before he passed. Before I left the material plane, actually, that happened first. So I would very much like the opportunity to, in some small way, connect with you and your brother, descendants of my wayward son. Let me tell you what my position is, Artemis.
I find a chair or something.
Well, you're here like astrally or whatever, but this is a big cathedral space, so there are like pews you could go sit in.
A lean pew.
Okay. The silver flame is distant. I'm sure you have been frustrated by it before.
It's not always hovering over my shoulder, that's for sure.
My family suffered many, many tragedies, and when I called out to the silver flame, I got nothing. And so, with some advice, I took matters into my own hands. And as you can see, he spreads his arms and his wings sort of extend behind him. I have come very close to true godhood. When I finish my ascension, I will be able to right all the wrongs that the silver flame let happen. And I will be able to return this great city to the material plane where it belongs and free the people here from torment in Raven. That is what I am hoping to achieve.
Sounds very noble and very exciting. I'm sure all the people have been looking forward to getting back for generations. And you've watched them all the whole time? You know, you've been here.
Yes, many hundreds of years now. I've been
Suppose
trying to.
that must be hard. Watching the city, the people you love, you swore to defend. Generation after generation. I struggle sometimes with watching even those I travel with. When they get hurt or I make a mistake and something happens. I'm sorry. It's gotta be hard.
Well, luckily, there is something that you can do to help me solve this.
I'm listening.
You are the chosen scion of Silver Flame. Mortals do not ascend to godhood frequently, but it has been done before, and it is often done by a mortal assuming the mantle of a deity. Now, the Silver Flame is elusive. It's eluded my grasp for many centuries, but as I've established, the Silver Flame hasn't demonstrated its care for people. Not recently, anyway. And so I'm hoping that you would be willing to allow me to, through your connection to the Silver Flame, draw the flame out and consume it. At which point I would assume its mantle and would ascend to true godhood. And then I could return Oikos to the material plane, and your brother could assume that which he has sought after so long, which is royalty, and I could help you achieve whatever it is you've been searching for so long.
That's very interesting. You did say that the flame hasn't shown any interest in the good of people that you've seen. Far too distant.
That is correct.
Yeah. I think I can understand that to an extent, but well, it did show an interest in me. And I have an interest in people. So, in an essence, I mean, the gods work in very mysterious ways. Perhaps you're beginning to notice this yourself, being so close to ascending. But I don't know. Are you sure?
I can see you need some time to think about this. Let me ask you one question, and I'll let you go. When did the Silver Flame appear to you? Because I don't think it appeared to you until after it couldn't appear to your brother. But I've taken enough of your time. If you are interested in having this conversation further, you need only reach out with your mind, and I will be waiting for you. Grandson. Farewell. And the vision fades, and you open your eyes back in the sewer.
Oh, that little bitch.
What?
Hmm.
You okay down there?
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Yeah,
I'm
you
back.
you rejoin the group.
That's
Nemesis
good.
turns to you and says, "What advice from our god, the true god of Oikos, the Silver Flame?"
Oh. Let me check my notes and see if I wrote down what the Silver Flame said before I got interrupted. Nothing. The Silver Flame definitely wants us to go back out of the city. Definitely. So that's very important to the next steps. Connecting with Terran. But I've never really been one to do what I'm told. So we're gonna try and save these people. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
That's your call.
If I can convince Dagran to let them go or something.
I think we should probably have a backup plan just in case.
Yeah, and a backup to the backup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like we're doing a little bit too much. If we're trying to get Dagran to turn a leaf of some sort. Maybe the focus is just save the people.
Nemesis is just going to interject and say, I will just mention that we will be facing somewhat overwhelming odds in the square here. I have no doubt of your abilities, but I fear numbers are not going to be on our side here. If you are interested in helping us save these people, then that should likely be the priority, is getting them out. I don't know how much of a chance you would actually stand in a true battle. If you are interested in trying to sway your brother, you could try to knock him out or something and bring him back into the sewers with us, but I fear that if you try to fight this to the bitter end, you will die, and then I will have failed my mission to bring you back to Terran safely. Lord Brightshield.
Well, I definitely have no intention of dying, but Dagran and I haven't had a conversation in about a year either. Conversation.
There's no way we can make an illusion that is a projection of you.
Oh, I don't know.
You know, like how you have summoned a dragon in the past.
Yeah, yes, I could do that if I remembered the song, how I made that happen. The dragon wasn't very good. I think I forgot the song that I sang to make that happen.
Well, if we can try to if you feel like you have to talk to your brother, then that's probably the safest bet. But as for saving these people, let's come up with a plan for that. What was your plan originally to I turn to Nemesis. What was your plan originally to do that?
Well, the idea would be to cause some sort of distraction to one side to draw the attention of guards and send a couple of people up from the other side, grab the captives, and then basically try to make a run for it. It's not very elegant, but it is basically the only plan we have.
The best plans are usually the ones that don't are too super complicated. Especially when it comes to our group.
Of course, I do have this stick of dynamite you gave me now,
Oh,
so that could enhance a distraction.
yeah.
Causing. Sorry, Mr. Bowmin.
No, I mean I didn't want to. Didn't want to. I don't mean to interrupt the saga of the silver flame. Go on, sir.
Thank you. As I was saying, if there's any way that we could not cause panic, chaos, terror, we're going to need people support if we're going to do anything. Let's say we're successful. Great. Whatever it is that we want, everyone leaves. Now the people are really mad that we did things and they're terrified of us and they're angry at us. Dynamite may be a last resort.
Well, if there was only a way we could probably distract things from afar, maybe like let's say a giant bird of some sort could like swoop down and cause a ruckus in one area. You only had access to a giant bird.
Do you have a giant bird?
Unfortunately.
Oh, Nemesis. Do I have a bird? Yes, I have a bird. Sorry. Yes, I have a bird. I will say, how many people know the stories? Like the general public. They know that. Do they know that
Word of the true
Brightshield.
Word of the true god of Oikos has been suppressed for many generations now. But obviously, the word has persisted regardless. So there
do
are
they know-
some amongst the populace who will know the stories.
I presume Dagran has a very special sword that was presented so people can see.
I would assume that would probably be something involved.
Do you think that's something people know? There's a special sword that means something. Is that in the story?
I'm not sure how much the people know about the specific iconography. Lord Brightshield, by any chance, would you or a member of your retinue happen to know the spell Control Flame?
That's a cantrip, isn't it?
I do.
I wonder if the idea is to make a statement about the return of the true god Oikos, both to serve as a distraction and as a rallying point for the people. Perhaps a control flame could turn the fire in the razor from gold to silver,
I've honestly never done it before, so I probably should have some practice first, but
Oh, I have an idea, Nyx. You're really not gonna like this.
I don't know. Does it involve a bird?
It might involve a bird.
Somebody
know it would
cast
be
calm
very-
emotions on me.
Wait, hold on. I think I have a feature, a bard feature I've never used called Counter Charm. I don't know if it would necessarily work, but I can perform until the end of my turn. During that time, you and any friendly creatures within 30 feet can gain advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed. It could perhaps work.
We could try it.
Roll for anxiety.
Okay, wait, hang on. What is your plan? Because
Right, okay, so everyone's going to be gathering in the middle of this square, right? And the prisoners are going to be brought to the square. If we have a very fast, very speedy bird that can appear and then fly over the flames and it turns silver or silvery blue or something, everyone sees that. That's a distraction. People start running to the square. We can grab the prisoners, get them out. Get you far enough away. I could be there as well, and I can bamf two of us away with spells.
Not to rain on this idea, but because it's a good idea. But are we not concerned about any ballistas or something shooting down the bird
wait,
with Nyx?
hang on.
There are no ballistae in the square, but there will certainly be archers and some of the Golden Flames inner circle. They have spells, of course.
I could cast invisibility on me and bird.
But be invisible.
Cypress. Thank you.
Invisible until we no longer need to be invisible.
Yeah. And then when I mean, obviously when I cast the control flame, that would make it go away, but then it would just be a bird that appeared out of nowhere. And I could probably cast it again and then we'd be invisible again. I wouldn't be able to cast much more at a third level, but
Well, I've got some invisibility as well. We could figure it out. And I think I figured out a trick with this invisibility to make it so that you could cast something and it would be okay. It doesn't last as long. The invisibility, it only lasts like a minute, but you can do anything.
would that be enough time?
We fly fast.
Nemesis.
Yes.
What was your original plan?
Well, as I said, cause a distraction, get my people up on stage, and I've got enough people that know Misty Step that basically run up on stage, grab their designated person, teleport deep into the crowd, make a run for it.
If it would be helpful, I have Thunder Step, so I could be one of the people to go in, and when I teleport out, everyone around us will take damage, which might slow them down a little bit.
Perhaps.
All right.
I will follow your lead. Whatever plan you do, I will trust that the Silver Flame will guide you to the best possible solution.
It's a lot of trust of that. Okay.
I don't trust. Some faith in
Alright.
yourself.
Okay, so the idea with Cypress and Nyx is to just cause a commotion, which implanting doubt into the people. I love that. But we gotta, what's the plan of it all this crap? But you know it won't. But I don't.
When Cyprus gets shot down and Nyx and I are in the middle of a square.
Well, I'm not worried about Cyprus necessarily, because Cyprus can be reconstituted. It's more Nyx can't fly if Cyprus is
Not
down.
there.
Well, if
Doesn't
I'm
someone
there,
have flying boots?
Wait, but
if I'm there, I
I
can catch us.
also
Feather fall and
I
dimension.
can fold space. If I start
Oh.
falling, I can just
But-
boop, I'm on the ground.
Oh yeah, right. You can fold. You can fold space. Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
That was something that we all knew.
that's how I
Yeah.
got to the top of the
See-
towers.
Yeah,
We
she
weren't
did it
there.
with me. It was real freaky, but very, very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jinarra knows, and okay, great. Okay, cool.
Bowman,
mean, I
It's
just
one of the
found out.
thingies. It's one of the
Bo-
thingy things.
Bowman leans into Penny and just goes, I think Nyx became a god.
Yeah,
this
I don't
point.
fucking know anymore. Okay, yeah.
Alright, well, sounds like we have a plan. Let's go.
I just want to double check. Well, we don't need to have this conversation
What?
with
What?
Nemesis here, but that's fine.
If
Sorry,
you-
Nemesis.
If you desire privacy, we can go begin getting our people in position and we'll await your distraction to leap into action.
Can I practice? I'm gonna like tug on Artie's sleeve and be like, can I practice? I want to make sure I get the color right.
Oh,
I have
yeah.
a great bonfire. Here, I'll make some fire for you.
Okay.
We are in a sewer, a close proximity.
This is true.
Flame is very hot. There's
Yeah, but
no
I
way to
can
escape.
control the flame.
Yeah,
You
and
said
Nyx
practice.
can just fold us back to Waterdeep if something happens. It's fine.
Yes,
No,
that's right.
no. I can't go that far.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, the fire's
60
away.
feet.
Right. I aimed.
Yeah, you can practice. One of the things you can do with control flames is you can double or have the area of bright light and dim light cast by flame changes color or both. The change lasts for 1 hour.
Cool.
So you can
Yeah, make it dramatic. I'll summon the sword and then do the blue flame blade and just kind of swing it at nothing. So she sees the colors.
Yeah, the
Um,
blue flame blade spell is this like deep blue color that sort of as he like swings the sword and the flames extend from the blade, the sort of base of the flames is silver with the blue like kind of around the sort of outside.
I had another idea. I could also cast Shatter at like the people, the high ups, the like the council people. And that would basically make a very high pitched noise, a loud ringing noise. And would kind of cause some like really intense eardrum pain. As an effect, like maybe I don't know, either as a warning or like after the control flame.
Well, if you're dropping invisibility because you're using full flame, I'd probably use it as an afterwards, right?
Right.
Yeah,
If you did
maybe
that at the same time as Thunderstep, we'd have really loud noises in 2 areas.
Yeah.
That could be good.
well-
Maybe not on. I mean, if we attack the people in charge, they're going to. I mean, we're going to be hunted no matter what doing this, but like they're going to hunt us.
Sure. I mean, it's like it's just like a really loud noise. They and honestly, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be able to see me on Cyprus from below. So it could just be coming from the bird.
That's a good point.
Miss Presswell, you said something you wanted to talk about, but not in front of Nemesis.
Is Nemesis gone?
They've departed,
Oh,
so
yeah.
you have.
The reason we're still talking.
Yeah.
I just want to double check here. Artie, are you going to be trying to talk to your brother today?
I mean, the point should be, Bowmin made a good point. The point should be getting people out. If he sees me, then he sees me for a little bit. I can say 2 quick things to him, but we need to get people to safety. If people are going to be burned alive, then that's the goal, to stop that.
Do you want people to see you, or would you like me to disguise you?
I thought we already discussed.
We are, but did you want to keep your disguise on? I guess is the better question.
Yeah. Kind of want him to know I'm here.
Drop a bottle.
Like, I think he already does, but
I'm sure the Golden Flame said something.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something about I need eye contact with him.
There is still a difference between him seeing you, though, and seeing you doing this.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I'll stay in disguise for now. You know, it's just a big hat, right? So
Yeah. I just
Except-
want
It's a little more than that.
it's just a giant sombrero that has like those little corks on the end on strings.
yeah, you can't see me.
No.
we've come a very long way. It took a very long time to get here. We've been in Oikos for like less than half a day. I just feel like we should do this, get out as fast as we can, and not try to ruffle any feathers, stir any complicated family emotions up. We just need to get in and get out. It's already a risk that we're doing this. So just keep that in mind, everyone, but mostly Artemis. Because
Ali-
I hear you and I appreciate it.
it's not
Alina,
time to play lone hero. Seeing your brother across the way, all these people screaming, and you run forward to him and you try to, get the evil out of him and have a heart to heart. Not today. We're not doing that today. Okay.
That's a
It's not the
beautiful story. You should be a storyteller.
I literally, what do you think I do for a living? Are you fucking kidding me?
I thought that was all. Never mind.
Okay,
Okay,
let's go.
Artemis, Penny cannot try to kill you again. Okay.
Whoa! Let's be careful where we're shouting that when Artemis is now basically godlike status here to a very powerful minority. Let's not throw away around the K word, okay? I'm not trying to get killed in Oikos.
Fair enough. All right. Everybody feel good about the plan.
Absolutely
so.
not.
All right. Does everyone feel okay about the plan?
Not
It's all-
counting Artie.
It's
Yeah,
all
good enough.
All right. Well,
Just a
Hands
reminder, Nyx and I updated our disguises, so hopefully we don't get recognized after we already got into that.
Also, I
bubble.
will be like purposefully trying to stay hidden on Cyprus.
just nestle into his feathers.
We're gonna overcome some fears today.
yeah.
I will. Nyx does need calm emotions.
I'll,
If
I'll sing us a little song as we're flying through the air. How are we on hit points, everyone? Jinarra and Nyx. We good?
People healed me.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
it's
right.
really
That's right. They healed.
I still have a few temps, so I'm totally okay.
Good.
Um,
All right. So the plan, as I understand it, is Nyx and Artemis will be on Cypress. They will swoop in, change the color of the flames, and that will be the distraction. That'll be the sign for the distraction, and then everybody's going to try to leap into action to try to get the people out.
Can I do one thing before they set off? I think. No, because it's concentration, I can only do one. Nyx, I'm going to put my hand on your arm and cast protection from energy and protect from fire damage.
Oh.
So you will have resistance to fire damage as long as I can maintain concentration
Okay.
Cool.
for up to an hour. So
if I could try to catch up with Nemesis, I want to go
Okay.
in with their team to do
Okay.
Thunderstep.
Yep, you run down the sewer, you catch up with her, you link up with the rest of her team. She's got, a few other people with her, and yeah, they're sort of going to be off to like the left side of the stage, blending into the crowd. And once the distraction goes off, they will basically try to sprint to the stage, grab their people, and misty step away.
Is there any way that we can try before they get to the stage? Like as the people are being brought to the square?
You theoretically could. Nemesis will. Yeah, if you bring this up to Nemesis, she'll say, it's possible, but they will be in heavily sort of armored carriages. So it actually, unfortunately, is going to be easiest to grab them from the middle of the crowd than it would be to try to steal a whole armored carriage.
Got it. Well, maybe that's something you cast Shatter on, Nyx. Damn carriages after they're empty.
Yes. Do I hear it? Oh, shatter. I thought you said shadow.
Oh, sorry.
I
Cast
was like,
Shadow,
on the carriages. I mean, yeah, that can be the point that I focus on.
Yeah.
That would work.
Sorry, come on.
As far as how the mechanics of this are going to work, by the way, is as soon as the distraction goes off, everybody's rolling initiative, and things will happen in initiative order from that point forward. We are also going to be doing this whole thing theater of the mind because there are too many moving parts, a huge crowd of people. There's just no way to run it.
Sorry, viewer, we just don't have the budget for this
on
one,
tabletop.
right?
So
If you wanted to become a sponsor,
yeah, if you want to become a sponsor,
you individually could sponsor.
Sign up for the Patreon.
So you all, head up to the streets as the festivities are about to begin, and get ready to try this daring jailbreak. So you all have come back up to street level. Artemis and Nyx, you find an alley to get picked up by Cypress. You go up in the air, get ready for your distraction. Jinarra, you're with Nemesis and her people kind of off to the left side of the stage. Where is everybody else positioning themselves? This is the square's starting to get really crowded now. So just to sort of, build your mind palace of this space. You've got sort of this huge brazier, and in front of it is a stone stage. And then there are guards keeping sort of a lane for a carriage to come in. So there's sort of a I don't know, a low barrier, in sort of a semicircle in front of the stage. And then the square, it's a really big square. And there's sort of all sorts of buildings and shops on every side of the square, and then little alleys that sneak away, which is where you would presumably be going to try to get back into the sewers to escape. So where's everybody sort of thinking they're trying to be? Jinarra, you had a question?
Are there any civilians within 10 feet of where the prisoners are going to be? Just so I know if any.
The prisoners are going to be up on stage. There's no civilians that are within 10 feet of the stage.
Okay, I just don't want to accidentally kill someone by
Right.
accident.
Nope, there are no civilians within 10 feet of the stage.
Bowmin kind of wants to position himself about 10 feet from the stage, in case anything goes down from like the front of the stage. In case
Okay.
anything goes down, and he can easily advance.
Yeah, you can get as close as you can to the stage. I would say you're probably about 10 feet from the front of the stage. I will say, while you are in the crowd, by the way, it's going to count as difficult terrain because you're having to move through people, just so everybody knows.
Is there a good like vantage point, maybe like at the back of the crowd, that I can like get a good view on the rest of like where my friends are gonna end up?
Yeah, I'll say
Like maybe there's like a stoop or something that like.
Yeah, I'll say they're sort of towards the at the back row of buildings. Yeah, there's like there's an antiques shop there that has sort of steps that lead up to it, and then a very, very narrow, like small front porch type area in front of it that you can go to. There are a couple other people also trying to crowd up there to try to get a good view because you're in the back, but it gives you as good a vantage as you could hope for from basically street level.
Okay. Is there what's the distance to the stage at that point then?
If you want to be here, the distance to the stage, I'll say, is like 120 feet.
Okay. I'll take it.
Okay.
Question for you.
Yeah.
On my character sheet, I'm looking at spells, and I see I've got greater invisibility, 4th level. It does not have a scaled option on higher levels.
Right.
Does that mean I can only cast it using a 4th level spell slot, or can I burn a higher level?
You can burn a higher level spell slot. That just means that it doesn't give you anything extra to use a higher level spell slot.
Interesting. So I can only turn one creature invisible.
Yeah.
Okay.
With greater invisibility.
They can do anything. Yeah.
They can do anything, but
I swapped out invisibility for greater invisibility on this level up. So
Well, I
whoops.
could cast invisibility. Are you gonna cast any spells?
I
mean, Bowmin also has invisibility and can cast it on something too.
but they're already gone at this point. So
Yeah.
But if Nyx has regular
I have
invisibility,
regular invisibility, and I can cast it at a higher level. So I
Okay.
could, if you're not planning on
your slots.
casting, if you're not casting any spells, I can regular invisibility you and Cypress, and then you can invisibility me.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. I'll greater invisibility you.
And then
you'll want to wait to
yeah.
do that until
Yeah.
the time.
I'll
So-
just hide.
Well, right now you're high enough up in the
Sure.
sky that you're not. You feel pretty good that you don't need to stealth right now. But once you start getting ready for action, and what's Cypress's move speed? Could you remind me?
I believe it is 90 feet. It is 90 flying.
Okay,
Yeah.
so with dash, he can do 180 in one move. So you can be, pretty high up and still get down within a single round.
Yeah.
So
Great.
okay. Great. Where's Penny?
I guess somewhere equidistant from wherever Elina and Bowmin are.
So you are smack dab in the middle of the crowd.
That's all right.
Can
and
you
you're
please put on a fun hat so I can see you?
I've got red hair. Just look for the red hair.
actually, hey Penny, make a perception check for me.
Okay.
How many redheads are there?
How many redheads are there?
It's a civilization of redheads.
Natural 1.
Well,
You don't know how many redheads.
you don't know how many redheads there are.
Penny's having the time of her life being around people that aren't the people that she's currently been traveling with forever.
The
She's
person,
talking up everyone.
yeah, the person next to you in the crowd turns to you and says, "Oh my goodness, aren't you so excited? There's gonna be a coronation, and it's so cool. So many cool things here."
I love a show of wealth. That's one thing about me.
Famously.
I do.
As the time approaches, there's sort of armored guards sort of around the stage. Everybody who's on the ground, go ahead and make me a perception check as well.
Bowmin got a 19.
19.
Also 19.
Also 19.
And I got a 26.
26. The 19s aren't going to do it, but the 26, Elina, you do notice a number of figures up on the rooftops around the square as well. So this is, clearly there's a large military presence here.
Okay.
As the time approaches, you all sort of hear this loud bugle sound, and Artemis and Nyx, I will leave it up to you to interrupt me when you are going to make your move.
Okay.
So I will be describing as this whole event is happening, and it's up to y'all to decide when you want to intervene. So, you all, these bugles sound, bum, ba, da, ba, and you see this very, very ornate sort of red and gold carriage being pulled by these beautiful horses up to the stage, and behind it you see a large steel jail carriage being pulled by these enormous horses as well. These sort of roll up alongside the stage. You see the guards open the jail one first. You guys see these 5 individuals bound, gagged in sort of rags, pulled up to the stage and forced to kneel right in front of the yawning mouth of this brazier. You see accompanying them Penny and Elina is the woman you saw earlier, this military, this general. She's got this great sword. She's an ASMR. Very, very pale skin and hair. And she sort of comes up onto the stage and stands off to the side of the prisoners, sort of just scanning the crowd warily. Coming out of the more ornate carriage, there are several performers already up on stage, sort of trying to get the crowd hyped, and they're clapping and cheering and all this stuff. The first person out of the carriage is somebody that none of you have seen as of yet, but I will send a picture in the chat here for you. But you see this tiefling woman descend from the carriage. She's got long blonde hair, sort of this deep red skin. She's got the horns. You can see as she comes out, she prances up onto the stage. Does whatever you do with a tambourine to make it make the noise. I don't know what it's called. You
Shake
hit
it.
it. I know you
Your
hit it. But
mom would
I
be
don't-
ashamed
my mom
of
would be
you.
ashamed. My mom would be ashamed. Anyway, she comes up on stage, she hits the tambourine, and she starts singing a song that I am not going to sing.
There's the bard.
What?
I said, there's the bard.
Yeah, there's the bard. She starts singing a song all about the glories and wonders of the silver flame and the beauty of Oikos, and her voice carries far. I mean, even up in the sky, Artemis and Nyx, you can hear her. And you you can tell Artemis, I mean, she's good. She's a good performer.
Is it a similar tune to anything I know, like passed down in my family or anything, and like just some words are a little different, or is there any musical base?
Make a history check for me.
We all know. Oh, damn, that's not a natural 20 I want to use up. 26. Nat 20.
26. You listen, and the tune is familiar to you, but it's not quite coming from a place you would expect it to have come. It reminds you of a lullaby your mom sang.
Okay.
Your mom, famously, not descended from the Brightshield line. You don't know what the connection is there. Maybe this was a song your mom heard from your dad at some point, and then she sang you this lullaby when you were a kid. Maybe it's just a really common tune that has some sort of shared origin point back in Faerun. You're not 100% sure, but
Interesting.
So she sings this song. As it comes to an end, the crowd cheers uproariously. They're clapping, they're whistling, cheering. She smiles wide, does an elaborate bow to the crowd, and stands off to one side. Coming out of the carriage next is the priest that you all that Penny and Elina saw before. He's got his sort of hood up, his priestly like hood up over his head, and he sort of ascends the stage and raises his hands very politely to the crowd, who clap politely back. I mean, he's clearly well respected, but he's not this like big performer that everybody knows and is excited about. And then the horns blow another time, and descending out of the carriage is Dagran Brightshield. Now, Artemis is not on the ground, so he isn't able to really judge just how much Dagran has changed. But one thing I will say that all of you notice, or actually most of you are too far away to notice, so but Bowmin and Jinarra, the two of you notice that you remember vaguely meeting Dagran when he visited not Oikos, when he visited Water a while back. You could have sworn he did not have gold eyes before. He descends from the carriage and steps up onto the stage, and there's cheers and claps, and the priest holds up both his hands for quiet, and the crowd quiets down. And the
Oh,
priest,
is that our cue? Crowd gets quiet. You ready?
Oh, yeah. Do we
All
want
right,
to do
what
it now
happens-
or when there's noise?
I mean, we want to do it, right? Because okay, Ben, right? All the prisoners are out.
all the prisoners are out.
They're
Okay.
all kneeling.
Yeah.
So
We
we
can
can
just
down.
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We're
So
gonna go.
as you
We're
guys are diving
being
down,
Greater invisible, all of our invisible things in the orders they
Yeah.
need to happen.
yep. As you guys are diving down, the priest is just saying, "Citizens of Oikos, it is my
Oh, wait.
pleasure to welcome you here today for the coronation of our new prince, Dagran Brightshield, by the blessings of the golden flame." And it's at that moment that you guys enter the range, and the flames turn silver, and there are gasps from the crowd. Everybody turns. Dagran, Artemis, you can see him now. You're close. He sneers horribly. You make an insight check for me real quick.
While
Insight
he's
roll.
doing that, am I in where to go? Are we within 60 feet of
Well, at this point, I'm having you roll initiative. You're not going to get to do your shatter thing until your turn.
Okay.
But the insight check is
25.
25. I will tell you a couple things you notice here with that 25 insight check. Thing number one you notice, his cheeks look hollow. His cheekbones, right, are much more pronounced, and his face looks, I mean, his face has always been a little bit more like chiseled than yours, as it were, but now it looks a little bit like unhealthy chiseled.
Oh, buddy.
And thing number two, there are deep bags under his eyes that are being barely disguised by thick makeup. But I need everybody to roll initiative for me. This is going to be a real crazy one. There are a lot of moving parts here. So let's see what we get. Nyx.
11?
Oh dear. Artemis.
Sorry, just rolled. Plus 5, 23.
Nice. Jinarra.
9. I'm tempted to take a luck point.
It's just initiative.
9.
It's up to you. You can take a luck point if you want. You can stay at the 9 if you
No.
want.
9.
Okay.
It's good to have a
Bowmin.
good spread.
19.
Penny
24.
and Elina.
11.
Okay. Are you all ready for this? Because this is
Ah.
madness. This is nonsense. All right, first up in the initiative order will be Penny Presswell. Then Artemis. Following Artemis, a bunch of the bad guys on the rooftops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 bad guys that are on the rooftops. Followed by 4 members of the Golden Flames Chosen. So that includes Deimos and Phobos, and you are not sure where those two are at right now.
They stayed home.
Then General Electo Ducas, who is the ASMR woman up on stage, and Calypso Anastos, who is the bard.
Oh wait. So that is the 4 chosen. That's not.
Those are the 4 chosen that are going.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
Oh,
those are the 4
okay.
chosen.
I thought it was 4 chosen plus those.
No,
No one else is-
those are the 4 chosen who are going.
Okay.
Then Bowmin, then Dagran,
That bitch.
then 2 of the guards right by the stage.
Fuck, this is gonna take forever.
Yes, it is. Then the 5 Then Nemesis and her 4 people are going. Then more people on the rooftops. 4 more people on the rooftops. Then Elina, then Nyx, then Jinarra. Then 2 more of the guards by the stage, 2 more rooftop people, 2 more guards on the stage, and then bringing up the rear is Father Adrastos Baracus. So, a lot of people.
All theater of the mind.
Yes, because running this much on tabletop, because keep in mind, there's also a huge ass crowd of civilians that you're in the middle of. And I am not moving all of those commoner tokens during this combat. That's just not happening.
There are 35 people in this initiative.
So,
What the
you guys need to make your turns efficient here, okay?
Yeah.
So, Penny, you're first. What are you doing?
Need a drink.
Can I? Okay, I'm gonna start slowly trying to make my way closer to the front where Bowmin is.
Okay.
But and while I walk, like maybe, yeah, I guess 30 feet of. Well, how much is it between me to the theater? How many feet?
So it's you're 60 feet from the gap between the crowd and the stage.
Okay, so I'll take
Um,
your movement forward.
So keep in mind, while you're in the crowd,
Right.
it is difficult terrain. If
Yeah.
you want to take 30 feet of movement, you have to use your action to dash as well.
Okay, well then I'll take however much would be free movement. That's half, right? So 15 feet.
So 15 feet. Okay.
So right now I'm just taking half. I'm not trying to rush. I'm not trying to run. I don't want to draw attention. And can I use my action to check if I can see Phobos or the other one in the ground?
I'll let you make this will be a perception check. I'll let you make it for free.
Okay.
Here. And if you would like, you may hold an action to do something else.
Okay.
Or you can take your action if you know once you know.
Okay, that was a really good perception check of a 9.
A 9. Wow.
That'll find a road.
Okay. So yeah, unfortunately you're unable to spot either of them.
Okay. Ooh. Can I hold a dash action? No.
If you want, you could hold a dash to move 15 feet.
I don't
to
wanna
move
do
another
a
15
weapon.
feet.
I don't want to do a weapon thing. I don't want to shoot my gun in this crowd right now.
What's gonna trigger you to dash 15 more feet?
If one of my friends or if anyone in the crowd gets hit by someone from the Golden Flame crew, then I'll dash for it.
Right. Artemis, that's you.
Oh boy.
And
Okay.
Cypress.
Yes. So remind me with invisibility. Nyx
Yeah.
is still invisible.
Nyx is still invisible.
The whole point is that Cypress is visible coming down. Am I visible?
Well, if you casted regular invisibility on yourself and Cypress, right?
No,
I do
cast
not
it.
No,
have-
Nyx cast regular invisibility on you and Cypress. So if you wanted Nyx to drop it on Cypress as you got close, it would be up to you and Nyx if the invisibility dropped
Actually-
on you.
Hang on, I don't know how that works.
Why? Control is
The cantrip. But like if Artie
So you can't
casts
cast
greater
invisibility is
invisibility.
he had to cast greater first. That
Yeah.
would have been the
He cast
order.
greater
He
first.
cast greater
Okay.
on you, and then
Okay.
you cast regular on
Okay.
the two
Yeah.
of them.
Okay.
So
Can
So
you do
could
that?
Cypress decide to become, or Nyx could decide drop.
yeah, you can
First.
invisibility. You can drop invisibility
Yeah.
if you want.
Okay, great. So Cypress is
wait.
visible.
Hang on. I don't know if I would have even made Cypress invisible.
So it doesn't matter.
If you want
Cypress
to
is
be like
Sure.
it doesn't
visible,
matter if
then- yeah.
Cypress is visible.
Yeah.
Artemis, you can decide whether you want to be visible or not. You can drop invisibility if you want, or you can stay in invisibility. if you want.
Okay, I will stay invisible for now.
Okay.
I think I want to use my action to can I help Cypress in like looking out for incoming missiles and things for him, and with our mental connection give him warning?
Sure. I'll let you do that.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll call that the same as Cypress having half cover, so that gives him a +2 to AC. How about that?
Love that. Thank you. And then as a bonus action, I look over and I will see. Okay, a creature, that can hear you gains an inspiration. Never mind, because I need to stay quiet. I think I have to just let it go. Let this round go, and
Okay.
because I am concentrating.
Yeah.
So I am helping Cypress, and that's me. And watching Dagran in particular.
Okay. It is some rooftop people's turns, and a flurry of arrows are going to start flying towards Cypress. So
How far from the ground are we?
well, the range of control flames is 60 feet.
Okay, cool. Then that's where we are.
Okay.
60 feet. I think I would like
Maybe
Cypress
like
since it's kind of his turn then again, right? To come down and
Oh, yes.
I want him to get over the flame. So we're pretty low to the ground.
Okay.
I gotta shoot,
You're low. Are you directly over the fire? Or have you moved out over the crowd at this point?
I think I'll pass kind of over the fire, but I will head back down the street that the prisoners came down, right? Drawing attention that way, and everyone
Okay.
watching me rocket close to the ground down the street.
Okay. Okay. Great. Okay. So flurry of arrows start flying towards Cypress here. You guys are over the street, sort of flying away from this area. Let's see. First couple. That would be an 11 to hit.
Miss.
And a hold on, my math is not mathing right now. 23 to hit. Jesus.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, Cypress is gonna take 5 piercing damage, as well as I need a con save from Cypress.
11.
11. That is a failure, so he's gonna take an additional 39 poison damage.
whew.
Is Cypress still up?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Next person on the rooftops.
That was one.
Yep. That's a 12 to hit and a 13
Miss.
to hit.
Miss. And half cover is a +2, correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
Third rooftop person, that is a 10 to hit
Miss.
and an 18 to hit.
That is his armor class now.
Okay, so that's gonna be 7 piercing damage, and I need a con save.
Come on, buddy. Make it. Natural 20.
Natural 20. That is a
Nice.
success. Still gonna take damage, but it's gonna be halved. That's gonna
Oh.
be 12
No.
poison damage.
12?
Oof.
12.
You took him out
I
by
rolled-
4. He was so
Cypress poops away. The two of you slam into the ground.
Wait. How far away from the ground were we?
You were low, but I
Like
am
10,
still.
like 10
I am
feet.
still gonna
Stealth
roll. I am still gonna roll falling damage for you guys. You both take. I did roll high.
I mean,
on
this
that,
is
so I
feather fall.
apologize. But you could you.
That's a
it's-
feather
it's
fall
10
reaction.
feet. It was gonna be 5 damage. So if you want to burn the feather fall, you can. That will drop your invisibility.
Okay, we'll take the 5 points of damage.
Okay, so the two of you slam into the ground. The remaining rooftop assassins here are all going to hold their actions.
Am I still invisible?
Yes.
Cool.
Actually, Artemis, roll a
I guess I have
concentration
to-
Oh
check.
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
You're...
The remaining rooftop assassins are all going to hold their actions, as are Deimos and Phobos. That brings us to General Electo Ducas's turn. She is going to hold an action as well. And then Calypso is going to Calypso is going to point her finger towards the spot where Cypress disappeared. She's going to ring her tambourine. And she is going to cast Fairy Fire. Which catches the invisible Artemis and Nyx
Counter spell.
in. Okay. Jinarra, you counterspell the fairy fire. As you counterspell the fairy fire, you draw attention to yourself. So the assassins on the rooftop who were holding their turns are going to fire their arrows here. So that's a natural 1 and a natural 20.
Oh.
Ben is so happy with the amount of shenanigans he's pulling.
Hey, you guys have been pulling shenanigans on me for ages. I do need a Constitution saving throw from you, Jinarra. You do take 4 piercing damage from the 1 arrow that. No, you actually take.
Don't you have a feat that you can reflect? The less like missile.
Thank
You do have
you.
deflect
I
missiles.
do.
That is true. The arrow does. The arrow actually does 10 piercing damage.
But I already used my reaction, so I can't.
Okay.
That's true.
Hmm.
And make a con save.
21.
That's a success. You still take half, which is 12 poison damage.
What was the first one? It was 5?
It was 10.
10.
10?
Oh.
It's 10.
22.
Sorry.
Second assassin's not going to hit with 2 14s. Third assassin, not going to hit with an 8 and a 10. Third assassin hits once with another nat 20.
Okay.
That's going to be another 10 piercing damage, and go ahead and make a con save for me.
$17.
17 is a success. You take half damage, which is 10 poison damage. And then the fourth assassin who held his turn, that's a non-natural 20 and a 24. So that's 2 hits. So I need 2 con saves from you. 9 piercing damage on the first one, and 7 piercing damage on the second one.
Dirty 20
Dirty 20.
for
Okay.
the first one,
For the
and
first one.
Another dirty 20 for the second one.
Okay, so you're gonna take an additional total of 21 poison damage. Those are the assassins. Deimos and Phobos are still holding their actions. And the general is too far away from you to do anything right now. So the general's not going to do anything else. So those are, but the general's still holding her action as well. Calypso just burned her action trying to cast a fairy fire that got counterspelled, but she looks and sees you, Jinarra, notices you, and she's gonna sigh and say, somebody's always trying to ruin our party. Prince Dagran, let's show these fools how we handle things here in Oikos, eh? And she winks at him and gives him a bardic inspiration. That brings us to Bowmin's turn.
Oh my god. All right. Then I had a couple questions.
Yeah.
Okay. Eat the Rich, the custom thing that you made for me.
Yes.
It does psychic damage. Does the person know where I am?
Yes. I mean, it would be like any spell or attack where you announce where you are when you do it.
All right. Well, okay. Here's the thing, guys. Bowmin is just beef. All right. There's no salad. There's nothing fancy about him. He just has the hits.
Yeah.
So I am going to ready an action.
Okay.
Do I have to tell you what action?
Yeah, because I need to know what it is and what's gonna trigger.
Okay. Before that, I will do bonus action. Blinding smite.
Okay.
Wait 1 second. Let me find all my smites. All right. I'm gonna do bonus action. Yeah, blinding smite at 3rd level.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna radiate action and not hold my battle axe, but just reach into the portable hole, and I'm gonna swing my battle axe as my holding my action, but I'm reaching into the portable hole and holding on to it.
Okay. And so your held action is to attack?
Attack, yes.
Yes. And what's gonna be the trigger for attacking?
Trigger is going to be if any of you said there's guards
if an enemy
on
moves in range of you.
Yeah, so yes, if an enemy comes in within 5 feet of my reach.
Great. Perfect.
I guess that's all I can do.
You got any healing you can do or no?
I can't. My healing is up close. You're too far
that's
away.
fair.
And we didn't really necessarily if Hayes is in the area.
Hayes is in the area, if you want.
Okay.
What do you want Hayes to do?
I guess Hayes. Can I have just Hayes start advancing into the crowd, coming towards me?
Yeah. He moves at half movement right now, but he uses action to dash, so he's able to get his full movement. Just to give you a state of the crowd right now, there is a little bit of panic because there was a giant bird that flew down. The flames turned silver. The bird disappeared in after a volley of arrows. Somebody in the crowd just got shot with a bunch of arrows. So, like, a level of panic is starting to build. That's going to bring us to Dagran's turn. Dagran is going to shout out, "Oh, brother! I know you must be somewhere here. Very very big actions from you. That's for sure. Let's see if we can coax you out of your hiding spot." And he is going to make 2 attacks against 2 of the bound prisoners and kick them into the flames. and you hear like muffled screaming coming from them as they fall into the fire.
Are those attack actions?
Yeah, he took the attack action and he gets 2 attacks with this attack action. And so he kicks 2 of them. They're still alive right now, but they are in the fire.
Yeah. Not much I can do there.
It is now a couple of the guards' turns. 2 of them are going to advance towards you, Jinarra, since you're the one who's made your presence known. And they are going to attempt to actually grapple you to try to take you into custody here. First guy gets a 25 in his grapple attempt here.
Is he trying to beat my armor class?
It's a post grapple check.
It's
So-
going to be a
post-grapple.
post grapple check. So
What am I rolling? again?
acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
Ah. Okay. I get +9. Yeah. That is going to be a 26.
26. Okay, you just barely escaped the grapple from the first guard who's trying to grab you. Second guard goes to try to grapple you. That is a 27. Acrobatics or athletics again.
Okay. I need like an 18 or higher. Nope. 3 under that.
Okay. He's grapples you, grabs you by the arms, and starts he drags you on, I would say, like about 15 feet out from in front of the crowd as he's like dragging you back towards the stage to try to make an example.
Oh, is he dragging me towards the other prisoners then?
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
That works.
Oh, that saved me so much more time.
Okay.
I'll take it!
It is now the turns of the people that were working with Nemesis. All 5 of them are going to rush towards the stage. As they do, as they start like bounding the steps, Phobos and Deimos are going to use their readied actions to leap out from under the stairs where they were hiding, and they both got like, I think it was like a 27 and a 30 on their stealth checks. They leap out from under these stairs and attack a couple of these guys. So Deimos's is going to go first. So that is 23 to hit, which hits that person. And then that's going to do 10 plus 31. 44. Deimos does 44 damage against one of these people, and Phobos is going to hit the other one. Does 9 damage to them, and then they have to make a con save here. Where? How many key points is Stunning Strike? 2?
Stunning Strike is...
It's 2.
Yes.
Okay. So.
No, it's 1. It's 1.
It's 1. Okay.
Yep.
Great. Thank you. That's right. I used it twice last time. So, okay. So then that person's going to make a con save here against the Stunning Strike. They succeed, so they are not stunned. But they all managed to get up to the stage, and 3 of them use grab the captives and Misty Step out into the crowd. The other 2 jump down into the fire, grab their people. The 2 that are jumping into the fire trigger The general's held action. She is going to make her attacks.
There's 4 people in the fire right
She misses and hits and hits. So 2 hits.
What's the to hit on one of those guys?
18 on Nemesis's people.
And that's on Nemesis? Or that's just her goons?
Nemesis dodged the attack. Nemesis hasn't been hit.
Okay.
Um,
I should stay hidden. Okay, never mind. Thank you.
okay, so they jump down into the fire. They are going to take, including Nemesis is one of the people that jumps into the fire. So they are going to take a little extra damage there from that. And they are also going to Misty Step into the crowd. That is their turn. So the prisoners are out and are in the crowd. The remaining assassins are going to try to take attacks on them in the crowd. 1 hit. Ooh. One of Nemesis's people is killed.
Hit. Oh well, I know the result.
The hit was well over the armor class. I don't think you could have gotten it. Yeah.
Okay.
But the person next to them is able to grab their prisoner as well and start dragging them into the crowd. So, you know, prisoners are starting to get away, which is good. But you know, if all of Nemesis's people drop dead, you know, maybe not so great. Okay, that's all of the hits on Nemesis's people have gone through. Elina, it is now your turn. The situation is very quickly getting chaotic.
Yep. So the guards on the roof,
Yeah, they
Are
are
any-
firing arrows down. So
are they like clumped together at all, or are they just like
they're
all
kind
over-
of positioned equidistant around the square, so none of them are particularly close to each other. There is one like right above you.
There's one right above me. Is there any way that I could get multiple of them in a let's call it a I think it's a 30 foot radius, 20-foot radius? How many are within 30 feet? That's another question.
You can get 2 in a 30-foot. In a 30-foot range. Because a 30-foot, is it a cube or a sphere?
I'm trying to figure that out. It's
What's the spell?
the divine word. It's people that can hear me within 30. It says range is 30 feet.
Choose
I don't
any
wanna
number
waste-
of creatures you can see within range, which is 30 feet of you.
Yeah.
So
I don't want to waste it if it's only like 2 of them though.
There's only one that's 30 feet of you. I thought you were talking, seeing
Okay.
you could get 2 within 30 feet of each other, which you theoretically
Well,
could.
if
But-
there was 2 within 20 feet of each other, I'd try something else. But if that's not a thing, then
They are a little too far apart for that, but there are 2
Okay.
that are about 30 feet.
Yikes. I'm sorry.
Nyx, you're up next, and then Jinarra.
I guess I'm gonna I can't hold Moonbeam because that's also a concentration and that would drop my concentration on the protection that I have on Nyx, right?
Right. I mean, you could drop that and do Moonbeam instead.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna drop the protection on Nyx.
Great.
And then I'm gonna cast Moonbeam on the main. I can't.
The guy right above you.
No. Like at the stage.
Oh, okay. What's the range on Moonbeam?
It's 120 feet.
Great. You're just within range to do that. Which guy on stage are you going for?
Well, it's a 5-foot radius, so if I can get a couple of them.
I would let you get one of the big people and one guard.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
So not Dagran. The cleric's on stage, the
Cleric's
father.
on stage.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna try get after him.
Great. And that's a con save.
Con save. And I'm casting at 5th level.
Okay, great. The father gets a 17.
Failure.
Okay, and the guard gets a 16.
Failure.
Okay, so they both take full damage.
Okay. So they will take 28 radiant damage, and again, if they end their spell, or if they end their turn in the range, then they have to make another save, I believe.
Okay.
That's how that works.
Yep. Nyx.
I am going to roll like towards one of the sides, but I'm not gonna go like I just want to be. Well, I guess there's like a barrier.
Yeah, but you could slip under it. It's not like
I don't necessarily want to go under it because I don't want to be trampled if there's a stampede.
Okay.
But I just want to get to the side so I'm not in the middle.
Okay.
And then how am I within 60 feet of the people on the stage?
Just.
Okay. I am going to cast Shatter at a point where, like, maybe close to where Elina just cast Moonbeam.
Okay.
But it's a 10-foot radius sphere
Okay.
centered on that point, so I don't know, like that might get.
You could get if you're getting Father Adrastos in there, you could also get Calypso and one other guard.
Okay, I will do that then. And then
What kind of save is that?
it is a con save, but also I have I guess do I have to hide? Do I have to take the hide?
You're still invisible.
I'm invisible. So I have a thing called magical ambush where if
Okay.
I am hidden from
They
a
have
creature,
disadvantage.
then they have disadvantage.
Great.
So
So with disadvantage, that is a 15 from Calypso.
fails.
That is a 13 from Father Adrastos.
Also fail.
And then that is a really good for the first guard. 24 23 for the first guard, and 21 from the second guard.
Okay. The guards save, but they still take half damage.
Yep.
So it's 19 total thunder damage.
Okay.
So
Half to 9.
for the other two.
Great. For those two, and then it's 19 to you. And, yeah. Whew, 19 to you. Okay. You cast Shatter. The spell goes off. They look over in that direction, but they already knew that there was probably something over there because of the bird.
Right.
So it doesn't draw any more attention than it already drew. Anything else from your turn? Bonus actions.
Can I roll, just kind of tuck and roll, just a little bit farther away?
Are you dashing, or what bonus action are you taking?
This is my This is the rest of my movement.
Okay. If you're getting into the crowd.
No, I'm just I'm scurrying down the open lane.
Okay.
I do not want to be.
You move
Trample.
the rest of your movement as far away as you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nyx's two biggest fears: birds and being
Being
trampled.
trampled. I'm just invisible. I'm small anyway.
Yeah.
So large
Dude,
crowds are not
Stampede of ostriches is your worst fucking nightmare.
good.
It's been a big day for Nyx.
It's a big day.
Janara, that's your turn.
Yeah, shot in the arm.
Okay, Sam, how far did I get dragged? Am I
You're 50. You're about 5 feet from the steps up to the stage, I would say.
so Dagran just kicked 2 prisoners into the fire. Am I right by Dagran?
No, he's up on the stage.
Oh, he's up on the stage.
And the
He's
prisoners
further
have been
away.
retrieved from the fire. So
Okay.
the people who
Yes.
retrieved them are a little singed. The prisoners have been taken off the stage. So basically,
Everyone's in the crowd now.
everyone's in
Into
the
the
crowd now. So basically, right now, the goal is to make sure everybody gets to the alleys and disappears.
Okay. So since I'm being grappled, am I able to bonus action disengage with Step of the Wind to get out of their grasp?
Typically it is an action to escape a grapple, but Step of the Wind does give you. I'll let you do it, but it's going to be an opposed grapple check again. So athletics or acrobatics.
If you got the spell, you get thunder stuff.
I got a natural 1.
Then I'm rolling for it because I will
Yeah,
be the natural 1. Yay! So I got 17 plus 9 for 26.
You
Yay.
slip free with your bonus action from this card.
Okay, and then can I just shadow step as far as I can see to just get into the crowd too?
Yep, you teleport away into the crowd because it's the
Boom.
teleport thing. The guard doesn't get an opportunity to attack against you. So
Cool. That's my turn, but
um
I'm looking hurt.
the guards up on stage that were in the moonbeam stagger out of the moonbeam. Their armor is steaming a little bit. They jump off the stage, start making their way towards the crowd to try to chase after the escaping prisoners. Bowmin, one of them does enter your range here.
Alright. This is gonna be dumb. Just because I know plan of escape. But we've done worse.
You don't have to do the held action if you don't want to. I'm just letting you know that one enters the range. You can let that action fizzle out if you want to just hope that.
Think you can get me out?
So here's
I can
the
get you out.
thing. You can get him out? Okay.
I have Dimension Door. I can get someone out with me.
I have a stupid way to get him out if I need to, but I would definitely need healing after.
How far away is Bowmin from me? He's within 90 feet, right?
He's within 90 feet. Yeah.
Okay.
Can Bowman just go in his own portable hole?
I could.
I can,
They
but it's
haven't-
getting out is the problem.
They haven't made Bowmin yet. So It's
If
it's
there-
it's up to him if he decides he wants to reveal himself right now.
I'm trying to all get
If
along.
there aren't a lot of people near me, I could vortex warp on you on my next turn.
Okay.
I could also fold space.
This fucking flex again.
All right.
We're like,
If
we can all get you out.
if the intention is to make a distraction so all the prisoners can escape, Bowmin will attack this guard.
Okay, go for it. Make your attack rolls.
That bounced out of my box.
It did.
Oh God. Tell me, did this guard have a family? Maybe some children? I want to know how bad I should feel about this guard. Because that
Like,
was
The
a nat.
kid is by your shoulder, by your like knee, being like, "Dad."
Make an insight check.
Okay. That was a nat 20, by the way. That's why
Yeah.
Does he have the look of a father in his eyes?
Insight. Insight 11.
You see the collar sticking up out from underneath his armor. There's a little spit up crusted on it.
Oh, good old Lord.
Yeah.
All right. Let me get the calculator out.
All right. Well, while you're doing
I mean, feel
that,
free to
use,
go take someone else's turn if you want. It's gonna
Maybe it's his spit up.
maybe it's
Maybe
Maybe
it's
he's like
spit
a
up.
really bad dad. This is going to be a good thing for the
Well, while you're attacking this guy, 2 more of the rooftop assassins are gonna fire at some of the people trying to escape. One got a nat 20, so that is gonna be.
Are they within
Uh,
60 feet of me? Oh,
I'll
wait.
say
It's a nat 20. I can't lower that. Never mind. So much math happening.
Yeah.
So one of where are they? There they are. Jesus. Got so many people in the tracker. I'm not one of Nemesis's people looks pretty badly hurt right now. Okay. The other one doesn't get hit.
So far.
This person doesn't happen to be a fiend or undead.
No, just a human.
Okay. With an additional third level divine smite, the grand total. Oh, I forgot to roll. Okay, just get back to me about 20 minutes.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
It might be
It is already. I haven't rolled the numbers yet. It is 83 damage, if that helps.
Bowmin is
Okay.
more efficient than Thanos'
Hey,
snap.
83. Keep adding. Just give me the grand total when you're done with this one single attack.
Yeah.
2 more
thank
of the
you.
guards. One is gonna go after Jinarra here as she attempts to escape. How far in the crowd does Shadow Step take you?
That is a great question, and I just went away from it. Give me 2 seconds. 60 feet.
60 feet. So he can't make it to you, but he starts pushing his way through the now panicking crowd trying to chase after you. The other one is going to try to go attack Bowmin, but I'm going to wait to do that until.
Yeah, just give me a second. I'm so sorry. I need
We need like a master button with all.
I need an intern just to roll my dice, okay?
Yeah.
If you would like to become an intern for the
Yeah,
Roller Squad,
man,
please.
If you're interested in becoming an intern, are you available Monday nights?
Okay. Father Adrastos Baracus is going to use his turn to go in the direction where Cypress disappeared, which is where Artemis is still on the ground. He's going to cast a spell. I do need a dex save from you.
Yeah, cool. What does this spell look like?
He
It's pretty great.
he holds out his holy symbol of the golden flame, and as he does, a roaring pillar of golden fire descends from the sky and slams into the spot on the ground where you are.
I got my
Yeah.
total, by the way.
Okay, great.
Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I'll come to you in just 1 second here.
Dex
Artemis,
save
dex save.
28.
28. That is a success, but you are still going to take half damage on this.
Don't forget you have Death Ward. I don't know if that
Um,
has anything to do with
The
that.
total damage was going to be 37, 18 of which was fire, 19 of which was radiant. But we're going to cut that 37, we're going to cut that in half, so you take 9 fire damage and 9 radiant damage. Which is going to be a total damage of 18. So I need you to make a concentration check for me here, which is DC
For Nick.
10 because it's half the damage, or 10, whichever is higher.
I rolled a 13.
Okay,
Before I-
so that's a success. You maintain concentration. You are a little singed. All right, Bowmin. Total damage you got on your first attack.
That was 138. I'm
That
sorry,
guard,
guys. I got a couple twos.
that guard is dead. You pull your great axe out of your portable hole and wham! Behead this guy as he charges after the escaping inmates. You do technically have a second attack.
That would have killed me.
Is there another?
There is the second guard making his way into the crowd, and then
All
the
right.
other one technically goes after you. So the one who's
Okay.
going after you.
Well, I'm going to go. Can I reach the other guard?
Yeah, you can reach the second guard that's going after the prisoners.
Oh my gosh! Would you believe that's a no? It's not. That
I don't know
was
if we can survive a second net 20 right now.
that was a
You
24.
can't. We
24 to hit.
tried.
24 hits.
I just say use the same number again. Just
Yeah.
Just cut it in half.
Yeah, actually, if that was the case, I'd say we're just sticking with the same damage.
All right. It takes 11. No, not 11. It takes 18 from the great axe. And we're gonna do Divine Smite at first level. So Divine Smite at first level, you get 16, and then improved Divine Smite. That's another 6.
Great. Okay. Thank you.
How's he looking?
He still looks pretty hale and hearty. And he's taken a couple hits here, but it's not like you just did over 130 hit points of damage in a single attack on him. So
Don't worry, I'll get him next time.
yeah, the one who is going to attack you, by the way, first attack. Oh, both. He's got 2 attacks. Both got a 26 to hit.
That hits.
First one is going to do a total of 15 damage to you. Second one is going to do a total of 15 damage to you. So you take a total of 30 damage.
Okay. That's just regular melee damage, bludgeoning,
Just
or
regular slashing damage.
okay.
Penny, that is your turn.
Okay.
We're back.
Everyone is with their little hostages are leaving the crowd, right?
Yeah, they're trying to get away right
They're trying to get out. Okay. So my dash action was triggered because
now. You moved closer to you move 15
so
feet
I
closer.
am 30. I'm 45 feet closer, which means I am 15 feet from the hit.
Well, it was all halved, so you're like
Right.
I would say you're 30
Oh,
feet
30.
away from the front of the crowd.
Okay. I will. I feel like, do I see anyone in the crowd, like one of the people that is like that is closer to me that is leaving?
Yeah.
How close are they to me?
15 feet.
Okay, I think I maybe want to move closer to them, but in front of them, and then hold an action.
Okay. What are you
As
holding?
in, I want to hold. I will shoot someone if they attack those people.
Okay, great. Artemis, that's you.
Okay, sorry. Wow. Wait.
It's been a very emotional day for it.
It's been big. The stage. Who is left on the stage? I'm looking for.
The guards are all fanning out into the crowd. Still on stage right now are the general, the priest, the bard, and Dagran.
Are they all within 20 feet of one another?
Is this a 20-foot radius or a 20-foot diameter?
Diameter.
20-foot diameter. Let's roll a luck check for it. No, you can get 3 of them. You cannot get all 4.
Well, I'll leave out Dagran then.
Okay, go for it.
As the radiant fire or whatever singes my ass, I'm still invisible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to. It's Artemis. We're gonna make a dramatic moment of this. And just appear walking out of the flames.
Uh-huh.
And like flick the hair back a little bit. And look at Dagran and say, "Hello, brother dear." And I will do synaptic static on the 3. Move. I'll start running forward, get in within range.
Yeah.
Which is 120 feet, so we're fine.
Yeah, you don't even have to move any closer if you don't want to.
Yeah.
So
So
that's
they are
intelligence
intelligence. They are intelligence saving throws.
Okay.
If they have an intelligence of 2 or lower,
Oh.
I think we're okay though.
I rolled really badly for all 3 of the people that you're getting caught up in. So they are all gonna be fully effective.
Okay. I'm just gonna use our good friend and not sponsor D&D Beyond to roll these dice.
Yeah.
So am I doing 3 different sets of rolling it?
You can
Or
just roll
one
it
for all?
once. You can just roll it once. Unless you
for all
want to
of
roll
them.
it 3 times.
One for all of them. 33 points of damage, psychic damage, to all of them. They all have muddled thoughts for 1 minute. During that time, they all roll a d6 and subtract that number from all attack rolls and ability checks, as well as con saving throws to maintain concentration. They can make an intelligence save at the end of their turn, and that's it. The spell save is 21.
Okay. Wow. As you do this, you see the 3 of them clutch their heads as they go down to the ground in pain. Dagran looks back at them and looks over at you and says, "So glad you could make it to my big day, brother dear.
This isn't about you and me. Well, this moves. Matt's sick. Sorry. This is about you and me. Leave everyone else out of this.
I have to, well, now that I'm about to be a prince, I have to consider the broader importance of my actions. But I do think, perhaps, that detaining an enemy of the state as my first act as prince, well, that would be a good move, I think." And he draws his sword, and that's where we're going to end tonight's episode. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you all next time. Have a good night.